Chen Chenying, please. Thank you, Chairman. I'm looking at the paper. For this Liumen Waterfront Enhancement Project, it's been over 10 years since 2005 in its inception. And you said that last year you have gone to the Kwun Tong District Council and some of the stakeholders, and they have given you support and wanted you to expedite the project as soon as possible, as you say. But I think the timing is bad. You mentioned that the completion date will be 2022 and 2024, completion in phases, and start of work is the fourth quarter of the year. And you'll be going to the Finance Committee for funding. Now, if this cannot be approved within this year, what would be the cost for the project? Have you had any estimates? And also in the document, it says that in order to facilitate the visitors to enjoy the Liumen waterfront, you are considering bringing in the water taxi service. I know there is already some designs for providing a water taxi service, but extending this to the service to Liumen, do you actually have a timetable or are there no plans as yet? A last question for you. Now, for the Liumen waterfront, if it is a very attractive tourist spot, will there be other transport improvements on land and on sea? Most of the people take the MTR, but for big tourist coach berthing or parking in the area, would that be enhanced as well? So there are three questions. Would you be overly optimistic if you're thinking about approval of funding by July of this year? Thank you very much for the questions. Chair, as much as possible, we would want to put this into implementation within this year, but we understand the entire process for consultation and there may be some hindrances. As for the estimated cost, I will have the CDD and the Architectural Services Department colleagues to answer that question. As for water taxi service, it is true that for the Liumen waterfront, it may well become an extended destination for the new water taxi service. What we want to do is to have synergy effects. On the one hand, we have the Liumen waterfront, the cruise terminal, as well as Victoria Harbour sightseeing assets. So with these mega points, if we link them up in promoting our tourist products, it will be definitely a help. In this regard, we will be talking with the relevant departments to put this forward. And transport. As mentioned in the beginning of the meeting, in implementing this project, we have had detailed studies in environmental impact as well as land and water transport. And the negative impact for the nearby area is minimal. And also there are some private residential developments, etc. in the area. For example, in private car parking, we will find that in the neighboring areas. As for the details, my colleague will supplement. The development project will require a public parking site with 200 plus parking spaces in the Liumen Lane area. And also there will be another 100 plus car park spaces, public car park project, and of which 25 or so will be tourist coach parking area. Hopefully that will help with the transport and parking. What about the cost question? If you cannot get the approval by July, if there should be delay, how would that impact costs? Yes. Frank Wong, Architectural Services Department. Yes, indeed, if the project is to be delayed, then inevitably there will have to be cost adjustments. But for the this project, we have, together with the Tourism Commission and together with the other departments, we have come to very clear understanding of the project, and also the implementation will be done in phases so that as much as possible we minimize any impact on costs. I'd wonder if CDD would have any supplements. CDD, Mr. Wong? Yes. For the CDD tendering for the landing facility, we have already prepared that. And also we have built in the cost adjustment mechanism. So if it is a few months of delay, it will not impact the costs much.